It's All Things Considered, HPR1, and I'm Dave Lawrence. Legendary jazz musician Eddie Palmieri, back in the state. Pianist played UA Chilo last night, hits Maui tonight, Manoa Jazz and Heritage Festival tomorrow. 9-time Grammy Award winner told us about the tour and some of his most treasured possessions.
The quartet is quite unique. It's Eddie Palmieri, Brian Lynch Quartet. We did an album I did for Brian, and he won a Grammy. And we have the drummer called Daphnis Prieto from Cuba. And we have a young bassist called Mr. Lucas Curtis. And then Mr. Brian Lynch on trumpet.
In addition to that Grammy Award-winning record you did with Brian, what other sort of repertoire can folks expect to hear when you guys play live?
Well, we're playing a little bit starting from Palmas, my first recording into Latin jazz. We did 3 CDs. We did Palmas, Arete, and Vortex. So from each of those, we have a compositions plus other compositions that we have thrown in. Each composition contains tension and resistance.
Right, I've heard of that.
And that happens when you put the rhythm section in a primary position. Conga solo, a bongo solo, a timbal solo, after a piano solo, a bass solo. That creates tension and resistance that leads to an exciting musical climax. And Dave, we do that in every composition. It's going to be exciting. You're
basically saying when you put those percussive instruments into a primary spot and let them solo as if they were the piano or a horn or something, that is a tension-building device. Is that
exactly? So we have what we call synchronization. In Spanish, it's called masacote. It's the synchronization that we need, and I love to do that in codas. Unbalancing action. You have to surrender to the gravitational pull of the earth, but I fight it. Instead of being a simple coda, I use a lot of upbeats like 1, 2, 3, 4, bow, 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 and those kind of shouts to excite, and that brings in the high climax, the musical climax.
That's just another example of less is more, is what you're saying.
Exactly. The more you know the rhythmical patterns, the more you're able to do that. And that doesn't fail.
You know, I got to wonder, all that musical knowledge and experience has led to 9 Grammys, right? Do I have it right, or am I missing? Are they all together on a wall? Where are they? Kind of describe what you've done with that collection of honors.
Yeah, we have it at the break front, the Grammys. But one of the most treasured things I have are 2 little Hawaiian dances. I was in the Palladium Ballroom, coming out of the men's room. Gonna go play a set, and I met an Afro-American brother coming into the bathroom, and he stopped me for a minute. He said, "Eddie Palmieri." I said, "Yeah." He said, "I got to tell you how I love your music, what your music has done for us, all my brothers. I just came from Vietnam. We listened to your music in Nam, and I just came home, and I wish I had something to give you to show you how I appreciate your music in my heart and what you've done for all of us when we needed to hear something. We played your records." But the only thing I have is these 2 Hawaiian dances that I carried in Nam, and I'd like to give it to you as a gift. I treasure that more than anything I have.
Wow.
He had these 2 little Hawaiian dances. It took him throughout his whole
tours of duty,
tour of Vietnam. And he said, "I carried them in Nam, and I would like to give them to you to thank you for your music and what you did for all of us in Nam, listening to your music." And I treasure that. I mean, you have no idea.
No, I hear you, brother. I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. Well, that's a good note to end on. I give you a big hug. I hope that this was not a hassle doing this today. I really am.
No, man, are you kidding? It was a great, man, and you were great questions. And I wish you the very best. I want to meet you when I get there, right?
You bet. We'll figure something out and get together when you're in town.
I'd love to do it. Okay, thank you, Dave.
You be safe, brother.
A warm embrace.
Big aloha. See you soon.